Hey guys, so I am going to make a video today about a particular stretch for a problem that I was discussing with a client. So this client in particular was having back issues, and we talked for a little bit, and we basically realized that he was having a sore back because he was sitting down for such long periods every day, and he was sitting down at a desk because he's working from home at the moment, and the table and chair is not at all suited for this. It's just a regular table and chair. It's not in any way ergonomic or anything like that, and I feel there's a lot of us are in the same position. So if you're sitting down for 8 hours a day at work, if you're sitting down for 2 hours on top of that eating food, another 2 hours or 3 hours on top of that watching TV, that's like 14-15 hours a day of sitting, and our hips aren't built to be in that 90-degree position all day long. So this stretch is to counter that and to kind of help with those hip flexor issues and those back problems. So you don't need anything for this stretch, guys. You just need a bit of wall space. You don't need any foam rollers or bands or anything like that. And what you're trying to do here, guys, is basically sit up in the ground like I am. You're going to get your knee as close as possible to the wall. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. And in this position, guys, if you see the ball of my foot is still on the wall. The ball of my foot or the sole of my shoe, not my shoelaces. So I keep like the sole of my shoe on the wall, and at the same time I'm trying to keep my knee as possible. And the reason you do this is because you want to get as deep a stretch as possible. Okay, if I press play again. Okay, my other foot is flat on the ground. And okay, if I pause it here, guys, when I'm trying to get set up for the stretch in this position, and I'm trying to keep my knee as close to the wall as possible, keep the ball of my foot on the wall, other foot is flat on the ground. But the main thing I want you to see is if you look at where my shoulder is in relation to my hip and then my hip to my knee, there's like a bend throughout my body. So it's a very wide angle, but there's still an angle there. And what we want to do is basically get those 3 points, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, into a straight line. So I press play again. And what I'm doing here is I'm pushing my hip open, okay? Pushing my hip open. I'm going to pause it there. And what I'm trying to do, guys, is if you basically look at the seam of my shirt from underneath my armpit down to my pocket, then the black line along my shorts down to my knee, that's all in one straight line now, or at least it's pretty close. And I want that to be in a straight line, or if I can open up my hip a little bit further, that's what I'm looking for as well. So you want to hold this position, guys, for a minute at least on each leg. You definitely want to do this stretch as well, guys, every day, or at the very minimum every day you're working or every day you're working out. So for most of us, we're working 5 days a week. So you want to do this every day you're sitting in that position for long periods to counteract that. And this is also going to help any back problems that are caused by sitting down for this long period. So that's basically the stretch, guys, right? One important thing is be sure to open up your hip, and you don't want to really feel this in your quad as such. If you're feeling it in your quad, you're probably upright against the wall. So you want to make sure your hands are on the ground like I have them here, and you're pushing your hip towards the floor and trying to get that straight line, okay? So that's pretty much the stretch, guys. Hold that for a minute and swap over, and this can be done 5 days a week. Cool, and there I go. So do that, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any trouble. And that's it.